The scapegoat usually develops a self-belief that they are the problem and that they are too much for other people and for themselves. But in reality, it was the toxic system that was always the problem, and it was the toxic system that was not enough. So, for the scapegoat to survive in a toxic system or survive in an environment that's unsafe, they needed to, as a child, take on the responsibility of the psychological problems within the toxic system. In psychological terms, a child, for their survival, they need to take on the problems of the system that they are growing up in order to sustain the good enough image of the system and in order to survive the system that is unsafe. And by growing up and by developing a more sophisticated view on the system and relationships in general, the scapegoat comes to realize that they needed to take on the burden of being the problem within the toxic system in order to survive and grow up in this environment. And they can also decide, once they realize this, that they can return the psychological burden back to the toxic system. And a good differentiation between what is a toxic system and a safe, healthy system is that the safe, healthy system, we take on the problems that were given back. It will take full responsibility for them, and it will do whatever it can to integrate and change for the better. And then the toxic system will not take on the problems or the burdens that the scapegoat tried to return, but they will continuously dismiss their responsibility and their role in creating the toxicity within the system.